In 1981, the Manchester group The Fall were on the verge of quitting the music industry entirely until their frontman and leader, Marquis Smith, took up an offer to visit Iceland.
A plate steel object was fired, and I did not feel for my compatriots. Hated even the core of myself. Not a matter of ill health.
Legend has it that some of their next album, Hex Enduction Hour, was recorded in a cave. Paul Hanley.
On some level it was a cave, on some level it was the most sophisticated studio, well certainly I was ever in.
Then a teenager, was the group's drummer.
It was a studio, but it was lined with like volcanic rock, lava rock. And I thought it was bizarre, to be honest.
The Fall spent an afternoon improvising 3 new tracks in their strange new studio space.
You know when you see lava moving, it was just like petrified that, and it was all over the wall behind the studio, between the control room and where we were. All of the wall was lined with this like rock, basically, but it was a kind of thing people would pay a lot of money to have in the bathroom now.
To be humbled in Iceland, Sega legend, Sega destruction, witness the last of the godmen.
Did the lava walls of the studio give a different sound to the tracks that you were recording and indeed in one case writing while you were in the studio?
Yes, I think it was the atmosphere of the place as much as anything. It was dark. Studios are quite clinical, cold places, really, kind of prefabby. Whereas this one, because of the way it was lined, it just felt more earthy, for want of a better word. So yeah, it definitely did inspire us. One of the songs we actually made up on the spot. We'd never played it before. We'd never heard Mark's lyric, and he had a tape which he said he'd taped in his hotel room, and it was this weird kind of sort of banshee scream. Really, I'm not sure what it was, whether it was the lifts or whether it was the wind outside. They're always dark as well, studios. Well, the best studios, you don't know whether it's 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. I find that the best place for recording.
But did time stretch for The Fall in a cave?
Kind of a theme of the album, really. Kind of one of the things Mark wanted to do with the recording was to sort of mess with the fabric of time. So the songs that speed up and slow down. There's one where the drums and bass go out of time with the rest of the song. There's a song where he sings the same melody line as the rest of the song, but with different timing. But yeah, it felt like when we were in there a long time. But it always does with studio. It's the time's kind of weird. It kind of expands and shrinks at the same time. You know, you can come out of the studio and you realise you've been in there for 2 weeks and it feels like half an hour, or the other way around. So all in all, Mark was pretty inspired.